Hey guys, it's Kelsey from Your Heart Is Mine, and I'm going to give everybody a little time to join in here. I had some technical difficulties. I did not know that you cannot use Facebook Live with your computer. So it does not work for MacBooks or PCs or whatever your heart desires to use. You can use it with your mobile devices. So I'm doing this with my husband's cell phone. Mine is actually getting fixed. So I'm just going to wait a couple minutes to see if we have anybody join us. If anybody's here, if you guys can hear me or see me, just say, hey, I see you. I'm just going to give it, okay, 14 people, 15 people. Hey guys. Okay. So we're working. Sorry for the delay. I was hoping to get this going at 9 and it's 9:15. So I apologize. So once again, I am Kelsey. I am an active member here at Show Me Your Stethoscope, the most amazing nursing organization around. So you guys stay tuned. We have a lot of awesome things coming up for you. And we also have this SMYS Go Live that I've kind of been hosting and going with, just to kind of share some tidbits about nursing and some of the things that are really important to me and I feel might be important to you. I'm going to back up. It says my connection's a little weak. So today I wanted to talk about what it's like to live a happy and healthy life as a nurse and how we can do that. Because I think we all realize how ridiculous and how demanding our schedules can be and how our days are long and how a break room, what's that? Like, who has a break room? I've never seen one of those. We don't get to spend a lot of time in there. And so for those of you guys who follow my blog or have followed it, I have kind of been on this health journey, and I've been getting off of some medication that was helping me with anxiety, and I am completely off of it, which is amazing. And I have basically supplemented the, I guess you would say supplementing the medication with my lifestyle and my change in my habits. And it's been really hard because nursing is just a crazy schedule, and it's really hard to stay on a routine when you don't have a routine schedule whatsoever. So first things first, don't ever, when you are trying to help yourself either get healthier, or if you're trying to lose weight, or you're just trying to get on track. For me, it was just kind of getting my whole body on track, like getting my health in check, getting my nutrition in check, and also with that comes most of the time weight loss. So that was kind of something for me that I just was focused on, but I didn't want to make my goals too big or too far-fetched. So that was something that I really kind of had to sit down and think to myself, okay, what is going to work for me? Because there are some people out there doing these extreme, ridiculous routines or programs that aren't going to work for me. And I know they're not going to work for me because I know who I am. I know my habits. I know my discipline. I know what I'm capable of doing. So I was kind of looking in to see, okay, what is going to work for me? And I've already kind of had like a nutrition health foundation. I know what's good for me. I just always made bad choices. I always chose to go get fast food after work or just pick up whatever and ate whatever was there in the break room. If someone brought cupcakes, I ate the cupcakes. If someone had cookies, I ate the cookies, you know? This is so crazy, but my hospital has a McDonald's there, and don't ask me why. I really don't know, but there's always McDonald's, and it's like, oh my gosh, who doesn't love McDonald's French fries? Like, that was literally like, I'm getting off the floor and I'm getting some French fries and a sweet tea. Like, that was my thing. And I never really saw it as a big deal until one day. I don't weigh myself every single day. I don't even own a scale, but one day I stepped on the scale at work and I was like, shut the front door. Like, I had saw a number, I'd seen a number that I've not used to. And I just kind of, right there, I was like, I can't do this. I can't let this keep going. And so I found a plan and a program that worked for me. And what I loved about it is that it wasn't this, get skinny quick thing or get healthy quick. It was something that I had to work hard for. And I knew that if I worked hard for something, I was disciplined and I kept going at what I was doing, that it was going to be more rewarding than just, those wraps that you can buy that just suddenly suck away your fat, or, shakes that are just easy, I mean, don't get me wrong. If that works for you, that's great. But for me, this is what worked for me. So I think first things first, becoming healthy and on a nurse's schedule, I think you really need to figure out what's going to work for you and what's going to best complement your schedule, your habits, your personality. So you guys can check out what I did on my blog, yourheartismine.net. I kind of go over the whole thing. It's called the Whole 30, and I have had amazing results from it, and I did not have to purchase one single thing. It was all learning how to cook and how to eat right and what foods were good for my body. It consists of all anti-inflammatory foods that you didn't know caused a lot of issues, like breads, grains, legumes, alcohol. What else is it? Dairy. A lot of those things that I've had to stay away from. And it's hard. It's so hard, I swear to you, but you get through it. So that was kind of my thing. Preparation and planning. That's another key. Preparation and planning. You have to plan for your week. This is no easy I can't stress this enough. Like, it's not overnight. Like, it's not going to be easy. It's not easy. Nothing that's worth it is easy. So making sure that you prepare for what you're going to be doing. If it's something that you are going to stick to an all plant-based diet, or you're going to do the Whole 30, or you're going to do all those other plans out there, you've got to prepare, and you've got to say, okay, this is what my week's going to look like. This is what I'm going to eat. Some of you may have a little more discipline where you feel that you can, play it by ear and plan as you go. But for me, I had to have everything set. I had to have it ready. So for lunch for me, when I started kind of just this health journey and wanting things to get better, I did the Whole 30, like I said, but it was for lunch. I literally made sure that I had foods that I liked and that weren't just the same thing every day, the same boring foods. Because when you're just eating sweet potatoes and boiled eggs and almonds every single day, you're going to get tired of it and you're going to quit and you're going to give up. You have to have a variety of foods of what you're going to eat. At work, I always kept these. This was like my go-to. I only ate if I was hungry. These little Lara bars, they're like date-based. This is key lime and this is cherry, but they are my favorite and they're really sweet. So it's kind of like a sweet tooth curve. But as I went through this routine and this plan, I started not being as hungry as I was going through my days. So I wasn't just eating out of emotion. I ate out of hunger. And when I learned to eat out of hunger, I wasn't eating all the time. And I was fine with that. It was like my body just got used to that's how I eat now. And I'm okay with it. And I wasn't sad. I wasn't upset. It was hard the first 15 days. I'm going to say, I literally counted. When is it not hard? It was hard for the first 15 days. It takes 30 days to create a habit. The first 15 days sucked. So you just have to push through. You have to be disciplined. You have to prepare. You have to plan. You have to make sure you have a plan and that you're ready and that you're mentally ready. For all you females out there, don't start in the middle of your cycle because you're going to fail miserably. Make sure you get that over with, and I recommend starting right after that because that's when all your cravings and all the good stuff that you want happens. But just make sure you're planning and stay committed and just tell yourself, no, this is it. I'm committing to this. Like I said, I always had Lara bars at work. I always had almonds in my backpack. I had some veggies already cut up. I have LaCroix, which is my favorite water. I talk about this stuff a lot, but it's like seltzer water, but it's got a really good flavor to it. This is passion fruit. It's my favorite, but it's bubbly. There's no sugar in it. There's no Splenda. There's nothing like that. But it does have just kind of a flavor to it, a natural flavor that has really helped me. And I think the bubbly just kind of gives me the satisfaction that I'm not just drinking water, because I don't always just love water. I do stay hydrated and drink a lot of water, but I do love LaCroix. Okay. Working out on your days off. So for all you independent, crazy, strong, awesome women nurses who work out on your days off, props to you, because I can't do that. Literally, I go to work and I come home and I go to bed. I just cannot do it. So for those of you guys who work out on your days that you work, you go Glen Coco, because that's amazing. I cannot do that. And that's okay if you can't do that, because that's normal. Working out, I want you guys to make sure that you find something that you like. I'm not a gym rat. I don't have a gym membership. I've had gym memberships and I hated going. Some people hate going and go because they know they have to, or they feel better when they do. I love Zumba. I love dancing. I love hiking. I love running. I will do I'll go on Pinterest and find out workouts that I could do in my house that are 5 minutes. And as my body was starting to feel better and I noticed a difference in my weight and how I was kind of just feeling lighter, my pants were fitting looser, I was more motivated to work out because I was man, I want to help kind of expedite this process and feel good. And I swear to you guys, it kind of just happened. It's not easy. It didn't just happen because I worked hard and I was eating the right foods, but you don't realize how much your diet affects your whole overall health. Just what you're eating. It really, really affects it, and it will really, really affect weight loss if that's what you're going for. So you have to make sure that you're eating the right foods. There's no cutting corners. There's no cheating. You have to be committed, and you can do this because I did it. And literally, I am that person that's oh, this is beautiful. Oh, squirrel. Oh, look, there's a baseball game. Oh my gosh, let's go play in the park. I have an attention span of a 2-year-old, and for me to get through something like this and to commit, I needed that very strict, rigorous, formatted program that said, no, you can't have this, you can't have this, you can't have this. I couldn't have something that was open-ended that said, just have a little of this, a little of this. I needed something super strict. So that's why I did what I did. So that's kind of, for me, that worked. But as far as the working out goes, it's really important that you do work out. I recommend 30 minutes a day. Dr. Oz will say you need to do an hour, but I say if you're getting your butt out and doing what you weren't doing before, I think you're doing well. So just get some exercise, get out, get some vitamin D, walk. Like I said, go on Pinterest, do a little Pinterest exercise kind of research. There's little things that you can do that will be helpful. So anyway, don't stress over the gym. Like I said, I'm not a gym person. Just get out and be active, move. That's all you got to do. Oh, side note, Groupon has a really awesome, well, in Atlanta they do, where I'm from, but they tend to have some classes, some Zumba classes or some bar classes or some random kettlebell classes. Kettlebell Corp is what it's called here. But there are some really good Groupons out there and yoga that offer 10 classes for $10 just to get you in and to try it. And you never know, that might work for you. So don't stress over going to the gym. Don't look at these people who have biceps and triceps and 6-pack abs. That's not what it's about. It's just about getting out and being healthy. So don't stress over that. Be reasonable with your goals. Don't step on the scale every day. Don't step on the scale every week. I don't even step on the scale because I swear to you, sometimes I feel like $1,000,000 and then I've gone and stepped on the scale and I've been what the crap? Are you serious? That is not how I feel. Dang it, and I think that mental health and that emotional, just that aspect of just knowing that you've been doing well and feeling good. And if your pants are fitting a little looser and whatnot, your weight's going to fluctuate with water. It's going to fluctuate with size. Just move, do something. And you don't have to do it on the days that you work. If you're 12-hour shifts, do not do that to yourself. All right, so also the whole discipline, saying no, say no to junk. You are gonna feel so much happier the next morning and so much better that you said no to that cookie than you are gonna feel in that moment when it's sitting right there in front of you and you're oh my God, it looks so good. Oh my gosh, I need that. No, you are gonna feel so empowered and so strong that you said no to that crap, that junk. And it's not easy. It does take practice. You're gonna have 1 step forward, 2 steps back. That's okay. Don't feel like if you mess up one day that you just have to give up your whole health plan. Don't do that. We all have mistakes. We all have struggles. We all have trials. We all have bumps in the road. It's okay. If you have one day, if you have 3 good days, but you have 1 bad day, so what? That's better than 4 bad days. Okay. So just keep going, keep moving forward. Let's see, keep busy. Find hobbies that you like. If you like playing music, play music. If you like painting, go paint. If you like swimming, go swim. Find stuff that you wouldn't normally do that you like to do and go do it. Stay busy because sometimes we don't realize. I did not realize how emotional. I never thought I was an emotional eater. I never thought that eating food was an issue for me. And I also didn't think going out was an emotional thing for me. When I did my little Whole30 thing that I did, when I you can't go out because it's a very strict regimen, and you're limited to the oils that you can use when you eat. You're limited to the types of meat that you eat, about the veggies, no bread, that kind of stuff. So I couldn't go out and just order. I'm losing you guys. Okay, so what I was saying is that you're very limited to what you can eat. And so I kind of lost my train of thought. Sorry, the connection got weak. But making sure that you're staying busy and that you are being able to say, no, I can't have those foods, or these foods are not compliant with what I'm eating. So I totally just lost my train of thought. I'm sorry, guys. If anyone wants to remind me what I was saying, please do. But I really am having issues remembering what I was saying. But like I said, I needed a very formatted and regiment planned thing for me, and that worked for me. So keeping busy. Oh, the emotional aspect of things. Eating out is super emotional. You don't realize it until you can't eat out all the time. You realize there's so much satisfaction in having someone prepare the food and make the food right in front of you, and pick up the food after you, and have these big giant portion sizes. Like, that's a luxury, and you really find a lot of satisfaction, and you get a lot of endorphins from that. And when you don't have it, it kind of sucks because you're having to prepare everything on your own. But the reward comes with time, and you have to be patient, and you have to just keep going at it, okay? Sleeping well, making sure you're getting enough sleep is super important. That comes, I felt like I was sleeping so much better. I was thinking more clearly. My anxiety and depression, oh my gosh, world of difference, just in like everyday things, everyday little things. Like, I just didn't have the pressures and the feelings that I did when I wasn't doing this plan. And I just think feeding your body what it needs rather than what it wants, and feeling good about yourself, and then starting to see results, is just really rewarding and empowering. So make some short-term goals. Be reasonable about your goals. I'm recapping here. Be reasonable about your goals. Be reasonable about the plan that you're doing. Make sure it's going to work for you. Don't try to overstretch yourself and do something that you know you can't do. You got to meet yourself where you're at, and that's super important. So don't compare yourself to other people and what they're doing. You have to start what's for you. If you've been eating fast food every single day of your life for the past 4 years, it's going to be a heck of a lot harder than for someone who eats fast food once or twice a week and eats home cooked meals. You're going to have to start by saying, okay, instead of choosing fast food every day, fried food, I'm going to choose grilled fast food, kind of getting salads at fast food restaurants, and then do that for a couple months. And then you're going to move to what's going to be better about cooking at home. Learn to make those healthy dishes at home. You have to start where you're at, okay? Let's see. Find a partner to do this with. That's super fun. The first time I did my first Whole30, I did it with some girlfriends at work, and we were always able to exchange recipes, and we had a group, there's accountability groups online. There are groups for all types of plans that you might want to do. You can do your own plan, or you can do a plan that already exists that's got a lot of people who've had success from it. But just having that accountability and seeing that other people are doing it and getting recipes from them, getting ideas, seeing inspiring posts, that's super helpful. Go on Pinterest and Instagram. There are a ton of people that post really awesome, healthy foods and dishes. So that's really cool. It is completely doable to do this as a nurse. I literally, I'm going to toot my horn for 2 seconds. I never thought that I would be able to lose weight. I hit a point. I've been an athlete whole life, and I've always been kind of the bigger little sister. I've got 2 sisters, and both my sisters who are older than me are smaller than me, and I feel like that's always kind of been an insecurity for me. I am still a large in my dresses. I still have large shirts, but I feel and I fit better in these large clothing garments. And so that to me makes the world of difference. I don't care that I'm not dropping a size. I don't care that, I'm not 120. That's not me. That's not who I am. I feel comfortable. I feel strong. I feel healthy. I don't wake up with that like heavy feeling, like everything just feels heavy on me. And it's hard. It's a continuation of this habit, and I'm doing it, and it's totally doable on your end. And I think as nurses, it's so important that we practice what we preach, or just strive for that health, because we look at our patients and see all the medications that they're on, and a lot of them could be prevented, in my opinion, if they would just eat the right foods. And if, I mean, not everything, don't get me wrong, do not get me wrong. I think there's a lot of things that medicine does take care of. I know that there is, but there are some things like blood pressure and diabetes that definitely can be helped, and minimized with what we eat. And so we don't want to set ourselves up for that. So that's kind of my story and my 2 bits about kind of just getting better and feeling healthier as a nurse. It's doable. It's doable. It's doable. I really would like to encourage anybody who just wants to feel better and feel healthier. Find what works for you. If anybody's interested in kind of going the route that I did, feel free to message me or talk to me. Like, I just want to see you guys do well, and I want to see everybody feel good and have health and happiness. So if anybody's in here and has any questions, feel free to add here at the bottom. And also I wanted to kind of leave this as an open Q&A just to see if anybody has questions about nursing school or job applications, show me your stethoscope, anything and everything that you would want to know, feel free to ask. I'll leave the door open. Again, I'm Kelsey. I have a blog called Yourheartismine. It's at yourheartismine.net. And it's basically taking care of the heart, not only the physical aspect of the heart, but the heart in its entirety, spiritually, emotionally, and mentally. And so that's kind of what I do, and I just want to be here for you guys. So anybody have questions? I'm going to leave it open for just a second. And again, this is my LaCroix that I was telling you about. Good stuff, passion fruit. And then my Lara bars. Woot woot. And if anybody wants to be involved, there is a Show Me Your Stethoscope. It's called SMYS Slim Down. So that's always fun if you guys want like an accountability group or anything like that. Can you guys, is anybody typing? And there might not be anybody typing, but I just want to make sure I don't see anything going on. Oop. Here we go. Okay. So that's that. I hope everybody got some helpful information out of this. Like I said, feel free to ask me any questions. Feel free to check out Show Me Your Stethoscope Slim Down group. And I hope everybody... hey, Marianne. Hey. All right, we have a comment. She said, hey. Looks like we're hopping tonight on the comments. Anyway, so this was just a recap of living a healthy lifestyle as a nurse. If anybody has questions about anything, student nursing, prospective nursing students, health questions, let's see, application, job process, how to get more involved, what your goals are as a nurse, what's it like to be a day shift nurse, what's it like to be a night shift nurse, anything and everything. You guys feel free to ask questions. We're here for you guys, and this is why we do this. Marianne, where are you from? Is Jen still here? Lair, are you here? Houston, very cool. Well, thanks for tuning in, Marianne. You rock. Houston's hot right now, I'm assuming. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to head out, but if you have any questions, feel free to comment. I will answer later on as well. But it was nice talking to you guys. I hope everyone has a great night and a great week. And find what works for you. Happy health. Bye.